Doesn't that look delicious?
Hello friends, welcome back to Joyful Half Acre. I'm Kim. Today we're going to make a gluten-free cinnamon roll cake. Just a couple weeks ago, actually probably a week ago, it was my 12-year-old now's birthday, and he loves cinnamon rolls, and so he asked for cinnamon rolls, but we don't do flour in this house, so because we're gluten-free mostly, for the most part. We kind of, some people cheat, some people eat flour. We have all sorts of diets going on, but I told him I would gladly make him a gluten-free cinnamon roll, and he decided he wanted a cake, so I looked it up, found a couple different recipes. One of them was pretty good, but it was kind of more like a white cake recipe or yellow cake recipe, with just a little bit of cinnamon on it. So it wasn't bad. I actually kept that recipe because I will use it like if I want a yellow cake. It was a good gluten-free cake, but he wanted a cinnamon roll cake. So this one that we're making today is delicious. I'm already trying to mess up. I got my butter out. I was gonna melt it in this and realized that I need to double the batch. I'm doubling it because the original recipe makes one like 9-inch round square. I almost said square. One 9-inch round cake pan worth, and I want more than that because it did not last very long last time for our family. So we're doing a 9 by 13. I'm gonna just double it. I need to make sure I do double of everything. Do you ever do that when you're baking? You start making double and then you miss an ingredient or two here and there, and then you go back and go, gotta redo it. I'm gonna try not to do that.
Okay, this is the hard part because I kind of just estimated last time when I did it. It says 1.5 cups gluten-free flour blend or all-purpose flour. So of course I'm doing gluten-free, but I like this Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1, but it makes it a little dense, so I like to kind of add different flours together and kind of come up with my own. So, okay, it calls for 3 cups flour when it's doubled, so that's 2 cups. And then that was almond flour. I put 1/2 cup of that in, and then I do a little bit of white rice flour, a little bit of coconut flour, kind of just come up with my own. The white rice and the coconut just make it, well, the white rice makes it a little bit lighter. This recipe calls for both baking powder and baking soda, so I'm putting those in. The other day I was making pancakes, our gluten-free pancakes that we love. They're keto, and I made them for my son who does eat keto, and he said they taste funny. I had put in baking soda instead of baking powder. They did not taste right at all. Here's all the dry ingredients. Now the recipe calls for, I am going to link this recipe in the description box below if you'd like to try it out. It is delicious. I would recommend you try it. But it does say 3/4 cup plain Greek yogurt, and then it says see notes below for non-dairy options. I didn't have any Greek yogurt when I made it, but one of the options, it mentions something about coconut milk. I don't know if you can hear that banging, but I've got pillows in my washer and they're banging around. So sorry if you hear banging in the background. Anyway, I used coconut milk. I didn't shake it up or anything. I just open it and I'll take off just the solid part off the top and put it in. So I didn't put the liquid off the bottom in, and it's delicious. I always get so disappointed and upset when I have to crack store-bought eggs into recipes because it's winter time here and my chickens aren't laying. It is definitely winter here, and they really like being in the greenhouse. Actually, it's not that bad in there at all temperature-wise, but I don't use lights in there or heat or anything, so they just get the natural sunlight and stuff to heat it up. So they do not lay much in the winter. I prefer to stay away from sugar a whole lot. I mean, I do eat it. I'll admit, it's been, Christmas last month, so I ate a lot of it.
but I really have no excuse this month, but I just haven't gotten back into not eating it a whole lot. Stove's preheated. That's what that beep was. But I prefer to have at least lessen the sugar in recipes just for health benefits. So I really like using coconut sugar in things, but it does have a different taste than regular sugar. In some things it works good, and some things it doesn't. So I am using a combination of regular cane sugar and the organic coconut sugar. And I am using my raw goat's milk. Then you have to put it in there layered. Half of the batter mixture, half of this. This is just butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. Lots of yummy, ooey goodness. Yum, doesn't that look delicious? I'm excited to eat a piece later. And now to school. Mondays is always when they come up with what is due for the week. So I gotta see what I need to even do this week in a couple of the classes. My anatomy and physiology, I already know what I have to do for the whole semester. So that's really nice that I can work ahead. I did some work yesterday. I try not to do a whole lot of school on the weekends, but Sunday afternoon, if we're sitting doing nothing, I might as well do school. I don't want to just waste the whole day. So it's January in Iowa, so it's really cold and there's not a whole lot to go do. So unless you really like the cold, but I don't. So we a lot of times will just kind of veg and watch movies, and I let the kids play their video games, and which we try to limit a little bit, and we'll play games together and stuff. But I mean, if they're playing their video games, I might as well be doing school, right? Because I don't want to waste a moment of my day. I used to, back in my 20s and even 30s, I wasted a lot of time, and I've just realized now I don't want to waste another minute. I just told my husband that last night. I don't want to waste another minute of my life. I want to be productive. I want to be learning. I want to be growing. If it's not positive or future oriented, or, you know, a positive experience or loving or kind, I just don't want it in my life. I want all positive. I want joy, you know, and I want to live that out. I don't want to waste any time. And so I don't mind watching TV. I kind of like it sometimes. I kind of get into series, which can be a time suck, that's for sure. We have watched a lot in the past, but I don't want to spend all my time on that, you know, and I don't want my kids to live on their video games. Like I say, January, February in Iowa, it's kind of hard. You do a lot more inside stuff, and so a lot more just sitting. I think it's Jess from Roots and Refuge says something along the lines of make your waiting room your classroom. And so I want to make sure that I'm spending my time now, when it's the downtime, on learning as much as I can, spending my time wisely doing school and productive things, because I do have lots of dreams for the future and I plan on accomplishing them goals, but in order to do that, I need to put in the time now. Look at that. Delicious. I am excited to dig into that. I know I probably shouldn't, but a little bit of cake, gluten-free cake is good for you, right? So I hope you'll try this recipe because it is really good, and let me know how you like it if you do try it, or if you have any other gluten-free recipes that are really good, let me know, because I'm always looking for new, healthier recipes to try, because I love baking, but I want to do it a little bit better for my family, so it's not quite so unhealthy. So thanks for watching today, friends. I hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel and continue to join me in this joy-filled life. Thanks. Bye.